It goes without saying, silver stacking and gold stacking isn't as easy as it was before. What used to require discipline, planning, and dedication now also requires both silver and gold stackers to start adjusting their approach to the hobby as a whole. $4,000 gold and $50 silver is a tough pill to swallow, and I think that can leave a lot of stackers, especially new stackers, a bit unsatisfied with the weight that they've been able to build up. As spot price continues to run at an extremely aggressive pace, it can be a bit disheartening because we all have goals, we all have amounts of weight that we want to hit in our stacks. We all have 10-ounce silver bars that we'd like to get, we all have 1-ounce or half-ounce gold coins that we'd like to pick up still. But the reality is, with these insane spot prices, we're at the point now where we have to wrestle with what's realistic and what's not realistic. That can be very demoralizing and it can leave us unsatisfied with our silver and gold stacks. But today I wanted to approach the topic of buying at these new all-time high prices, how that can affect us psychologically as stackers, and what I'm doing moving forward. So without further ado, let's embrace the reality of these new super high prices, how difficult it can be to add that weight we so desperately crave, and why it's important to not let the lack of affordability mentally affect you as a stacker. Let's get into it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe as we push hard for 7,000 subs. I hope everyone's doing well today and they're making progress towards their stacking goals. I've made a little bit of progress towards my goals myself, and I would like to take a moment to reveal two pieces that I just picked up. I'm sure some longtime viewers could easily predict what these pieces are, so let me go ahead and reveal them now. The first piece is going to be a silver 2-ounce lunar horse. I love this design. It's absolutely beautiful. I've got a ton of serpent type coins. I've got a bunch of dragons in gold and silver, and I've got a couple of snake coins. So it feels good to add a Perth Mint piece to the stack that's not so cold-blooded. I was initially planning on picking up a 5-ounce silver lunar horse, but that wasn't in the budget given the other piece that I wanted to pick up, so we went with the 2-ounce. And I'm very happy with it. And this next piece, I have a bit of a story behind it. It's one of my absolute favorite Perth Mint designs, and as I was eyeing it online, contemplating whether I was able to pick it up or not, the spot price for it continued to rise more and more. The first time I saw it, it was at about $1,800. I came back a few days later, it was at $1,850, and then a few days after that, it was at $1,900, and I realized this is just not going to stop. If I don't buy it now, I'm probably not going to be able to get it for under $2,000, and that piece happens to be the half-ounce gold lunar horse, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm extremely happy with this piece. I spent roughly $19.70 on it, and it's already worth more than what I paid for it. I consider it a part of my gold stack. The premium that I paid really wasn't all that high. I've only paid a high premium on the tiger and a moderate premium on the rabbit. All of my other lunar series gold pieces I pretty much paid standard premiums on. So the lunar horse, along with most of my gold, is a part of my stack, whereas the silver 2-ounce lunar horse is a part of my Perth Mint collection. And what I found interesting about my gold horse, whenever I received it for the first time ever in regards to my gold stack, I felt a little bit at ease. I felt a little bit satisfied with my progress in my gold stacking. I now have 3 half-ounce gold pieces, one more beautiful than the last, and that peace of mind that I experienced made me realize that I'm phasing into a new stage of my stacking journey. I'm finally starting to feel just a little bit satisfied with where I am. Granted, silver spot price, gold spot price has rocketed to record numbers, and that does make it difficult to pick up more, and it can be a little bit demoralizing whenever you check your shopping cart or go into your LCS and see the total of what your next purchase is going to be, but ultimately that just makes me that much more satisfied that I picked up the pieces that I did. I haven't been stacking for too terribly long, and March of 2026 will be my 2-year mark, and I'm just just very happy with what I've been able to accomplish. But that leads us to the topic of today. A lot of new stackers, a lot of stackers that have only been at it for a couple of years may feel a bit unsatisfied and a little bit regretful with the amount of weight that they've been able to pick up. I certainly wish I had 200 or 300 ounces of silver and 10 ounces of gold, but the reality is hitting those numbers may take significantly longer than I would like. It is bittersweet. On the downside, we can't pick up nearly as much as we used to, but on the flip side of that coin, whether it be silver or gold, each and every piece that we do go ahead and pick up and add to our stacks is only more efficient at storing value. Silver and gold has outpaced inflation in a significant way by a huge margin since 1972, since we went off the gold standard. So even though these pieces, each and every one of them, are much more expensive than they were just a year and a half or 2 years ago, in my opinion, not financial advice, all that matters is that we move this fiat currency over into real value, which is silver and gold. It is my personal opinion that it won't be long before we see $5,000 gold and $70 silver, $75 silver. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility at all in the very near future. And because of my belief and trust in these metals, I do view, ironically enough, $4,000 gold, $50 silver as a cheap purchase, because these prices, I believe, will continue to push higher and higher and higher. I do really want a 1 ounce gold proof buffalo, and there's no telling how much that's going to cost by the time I'm finally able to pick it up. But I know that when I do, when I finally have that heavy 1 ounce gold coin in my hand, I will be filled with so much satisfaction. I'll be able to look back on my hard work and discipline, all the hours spent at work, all of the discipline, keeping my cost of living low, not spending my money on stupid things. And at the end of it, I'll have the reward of a 1 ounce gold coin. As we move into the future, 1 ounce sizes are going to become more and more rare in our stacks. So whenever I do finally bring that piece home, it will be all the more rewarding. But my message today to everyone who may be unsatisfied in their gold stack or maybe unsatisfied in their silver stack, just remember this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Silver and gold stacking can be very addicting, and the pressure that we have on our shoulders to preserve as much value and store it into real intrinsic assets like silver and gold, that pressure can be very high. And when you compound that pressure to stack more silver and gold along with the rising spot prices, that can result in stress. It can be demoralizing, and it can maybe even demotivate some stackers. But ultimately, we're buying these beautiful silver and gold pieces for what their prices are going to be 5, 10, 15, or 20 years from now. We're not buying them for the prices that they are today, next week, or next month. We're buying it for our future selves. And our future selves, as long as we stay consistent, as long as we stay disciplined, our future selves will thank us for preserving that wealth years and years prior. I'm super happy to have added this silver lunar horse to my collection, and I'm super happy to add that heavy 1/2 ounce gold lunar horse weight to my gold stack. I really am getting to the point to where I'm feeling a bit safer in my financial status. I've got enough metals to really kind of protect me for a significant amount of time. And as spot price rises, the power of my stack as a financial security only gets stronger and stronger and stronger. I can't wait to be able to fill up this entire tray with gold pieces. That's my goal. I want to be able to get to the point to where I can cover this entire tray you see here sitting on my desk with different gold pieces of assorted sizes. And when I do, I will finally be satisfied. But for those of you who are struggling with this, there are things that we can do as stackers to make ourselves more efficient in our purchase frequency. One thing is taking a look at subscriptions that we pay for every single month that maybe we don't need. Another thing is paying down credit card debt. That way we don't have those pesky minimum payments every single month that have interest added to them. Another thing is being happy with what we currently have. Do we really need those new pair of shoes? Do we really need that new flat screen TV? Do we really need that new shiny sports car? Or can we just be happy with what we already have. Silver and gold stacking has completely revolutionized how I see value. It's completely changed how I see everyday common goods. It's completely changed how I see my wants versus my needs. I really don't want for anything of the material world all that much anymore, like a new gaming computer or a new cell phone or whatever it happens to be. I don't really want for those things anymore because I know what true value is. So there are ways to kind of make ourselves more efficient as stackers as the spot price rises more and more, and it's a muscle that you can flex and work out and make stronger over time. But ultimately, if you're a stacker that's not satisfied with where you are currently, use that dissatisfaction as motivation. Use it as motivation to cut back on unnecessary expenses. Use it as motivation to more strategically plan out your purchases throughout each and every month. Use it as motivation to pay down debt, get rid of debt. Use it as motivation to pay off the car. That way you don't have that big car payment anymore. And most of all, use it as motivation to be able to afford that new silver or gold piece that you so desperately want. After several years, you'll find yourself in a position where you're very happy and very thankful with what you have in your silver and gold stack. And there's a solid chance that you'll be much more protected financially moving into the future. Of course, none of this was financial advice, but let me know what you guys think. Are you satisfied with where your stack is now? Have you hit your goals, or are you struggling with these huge prices that we see in the market today? Stay safe out there, everybody. Keep stacking. Peace.